Did you guys catch that? There's a very sneaky reference here to an extremely important theme in Monster Hunter Rise. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc, I'm a music composer for games, and you guys asked for this one a lot, and rightfully so. I did videos on Camilios and on Kushala de Aura, so now naturally it's time for us to listen to and talk about the theme for Teostra, the Emperor of Flames. So let's go! Strong attack notes. It's kind of funky, isn't it? Kind of makes you want to dance. So yeah, the first thing that gets my attention about the Teostra theme is the focus that they put on rhythm. There's a ton of percussion here in this beginning, and it's not any kind of percussion. They're clearly going for kind of a Middle Eastern / African vibe. Listen to the percussion. There's a high-pitched little drum going like tu ta tu ta tu ta ta tu. Can you hear it? This could be two things. It's kind of difficult to tell. It could be either a djembe, which is a little African drum, or it could be a darbuka, which is basically the same kind of drum, but it's a Middle Eastern variant of it. And you can kind of tell why they would go for a Middle Eastern / African vibe for Teostra. For one thing, you can tell he kind of looks like a lion, which is an African animal. And also, Teostra is the fire-themed dragon, so it's appropriate for him to be somewhat based on the Middle East and Africa, which are parts of the planet which are very warm. Also, listen to this. Powerful attack notes here at the beginning, right? Attack notes are just these very powerful and short notes, like ba-ba-ba-bum, like they're using here. Powerful attack notes like this at the beginning of these battle themes for Monster Hunter monsters. It's a classic. They love doing this, and it's very effective to make the experience of seeing a monster for the first time very surprising, very impactful. It almost works like a jump scare, like ba 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 bum. Man, I love the vocals in this. You know what this reminds me of? These attack notes, delayed attack notes that they're using here, kind of remind me of the explosions going off as you're fighting Teostra. There's these crescendo notes followed by a moment of anticipation and then an explosion. And crescendo is just a note that rises in intensity, in volume as it goes on. So it's like, right? It rises in volume. Crescendo, rising, anticipation, explosion. See? And the timing of the explosions is very interesting too. The explosions always happen on the upbeat. Upbeat means that if you're counting the tempo with your hand like this, the downbeat is when your hand is down, and when your hand is up is the upbeat. You always expect strong notes like this to be on the downbeat, which is the beat where the measure starts. So the fact that it's on the upbeat makes it much more surprising. Upbeat. See? Upbeat. You can hear the percussion very clearly here. You know, the interesting thing about this harmony here, if you can even call it that, is that if you've watched my videos, you know that at this point I would do something like the happy chord, sad chord thing, but I don't even know if it's appropriate here because this song doesn't really use functional harmony. Functional harmony is the standard of harmony for Western music. It just means that the chords have a function. One chord plays the role of the tension builder. Another chord is, you know, the happy tension releasing chord. So he's not doing this here. He's not following the patterns of Western music. Whoa! He's going full Middle Eastern mode here. You know, when composers want to convey this sensation of Middle East, what happens sometimes is that they end up using something called harmonic minor scale, which is not really the same thing as Middle Eastern music. It sounds a bit Middle Eastern, but not actually. So this here shows why Monster Hunter music is so celebrated and so excellent and so loved by so many fans. Here they are not using a sound-alike scale like the example that I mentioned. They actually went after the real thing. They are using actual legit Arab maqam here. Maqam is the system of music theory and scales that they have in Middle Eastern music. Sounds very authentically Middle Eastern. Very cool. Oh my god. Did you guys catch that? There's a very sneaky reference here to an extremely important theme in Monster Hunter Rise. It's a theme that is present on many other tracks in this soundtrack. It's the theme for Narwa, the Thunder Dragon Narwa. It's really cool how they spread this theme all across the soundtrack, and it makes sense in the lore of the game too. Narwa and Ibushi are the reasons of the rampage. They're the reasons why the monsters are so angry, so nervous, and so aggressive. So you can feel the anger and the frustration and the longing of Narwa to be with Ibushi through the music, through this theme that they spread in many different areas of the game. Oh man, and now you can hear a blend of Teostra's theme with Narwa's theme. It's like Narwa's influence is permeating Teostra and making him aggressive and angry. The Elder Dragon trio is finally complete. I've done a video on Kushala Deora over here, and I've done a video on Camillus over here as well. And I'm so happy, guys, that we are able to share with each other the music from these Monster Hunter games that we love. Make sure to click on one of these videos so we can continue to do so. I'll see you there.